I'm going to talk to you about why you have to get your business message bang on. That means truly understanding what you do, not your job description or your job title. And the very first place you get to do this is when you network. And you go out networking in your new business, going, oh, I'm ready for this. I've got a business. And you turn up, and they go, oh, you have to talk for 60 seconds. And 9 times out of 10, you go, well, I thought I just had to run a business, not talk about it. Well, unfortunately, you need to be talking about your business. So some ground rules at this point. I may pick on you. I'm very good at picking on people. But if you really, really don't want me to pick on you, the safe word is banana. Okay? Then I will know this is just too much and you don't want to know. The thing about speaking is when you speak to people, they hear you emotionally. When we read intellectually. So we can read a leaflet with all those fancy words in it, all those industry things, all those kinesiologies and reflexologies and lawyer stuff, because we can go to Google and figure out what it is. We can go and pick that leaflet up again and reread it. When you speak to people, it's instant. And what tends to happen is whatever you say goes in our ears, hits that lovely little brain spot, and for a nanosecond, it gets filtered through your perceptions and your experiences and your belief system. And then immediately you have made a judgment on that person and what they're saying. I'm sorry to tell you, this actually happens. So for me, if I cannot say what someone tells me they do, I've turned off. If I have no idea what that lovely long list of job descriptions are, I have turned off. If somebody says certain words to me, it hits trigger buttons, I turn off. I know people who have listened to me and go, Bev, you're loud and you're intimidating. They've turned off. That's not good, so I've had to learn not to be so loud and intimidating. How am I doing? I haven't picked on you yet. So let's get on to this elevator pitch. I hate the term elevator pitch because, Richard Branson coined it, 60 seconds up in a lift. Actually, your business elevator pitch, your business message can be as short as 10 seconds if it says exactly what you want to say. We time these things at elevator pitches, and for me, I'm thinking, do I have to add some words in now? We fluff it out. You see, we think we have to tell people everything. I went to theatre school, and I did lots of exams, and I got awards, and did you know I did this? You're not interested. I could go on for hours about me. My family tell me this a lot. I'm very good at talking about me. But you're not interested in that. You see, I'm a mum. I'm a nan. I do win competitions. I won one last week. Why, thank you very much. I'm a coach. I'm not a mentor. I like telling people, not asking them. So annoying. I've done NLP. Thought I could be a life coach. God, do people moan. Had to give that up completely because I just couldn't cope with that. I've got fibromyalgia. Had to learn how to deal with that. 2 years in bed. Got up one day and went, I've got to do something. Hubby number 3, I'm not even going to bore you with the first 2. Hubby number 3 said, Bev, you can't half talk. I can. And then I realised So many of you amazing ladies with awesome businesses struggle to tell people all about it and what you do. So with your elevator pitch, in that 60 seconds, the only thing you can do is tease people, wake them up to come and talk to you. That's your job. And you can't do that if you're busy telling them all about your qualifications and your experiences and everything else. What do we buy, ladies? Come on. No? Well, yeah, we do buy handbags and shoes. Yeah, Jill, we do that a lot. Wine. That could be a solution, the wine. Generally, we buy the solution to a problem. Jill and I have the problem that we love shoes. We buy because that solves that problem. If you really, really think about it, you never buy anything unless it is going to solve something. So emotionally, we wake up when you hit our emotion spot here, the pain point. So if I stood at networking and went, I'm a public speaking coach and I can get you talking beautifully like I do and standing in front of hundreds of people and it doesn't matter how scared you are, you're all going to sit there and go, silly cow, I'm not going to do that. But when I say to people, I can get you speaking with confidence and clarity and enjoy what you say, you'll go, how? Ooh. So I want you to think about the problem you solve in your business. Think about what it is. Now I'm going to pick on people. I'm going to pick on you. You. Yeah. See, I don't know everybody's names. I call everybody love and darling, so I'm rubbish with names. Honey, you. What problem do you solve in your business?
We empower women to have positive births.
Positive births of what?
Children.
Okay. Babies is a good one because you have no idea what was going through my head. And that's the point. It's sort of, well, it's obvious, isn't it? Birth babies. Actually, no. Because some of us have very warped imaginations. And by the time we're figuring that out, I go, oh yeah, it's babies, you've moved on. You know, so our brains are catching up. So, what is the actual problem?
Unrealistic expectations, yeah, of birth, of babies.
So how are they feeling before they come to you?
Unprepared.
For what?
For having a realistic view of birth, labour and birth.
So would you say they're scared? Would you say they're a little, anxious?
Maybe not scared, maybe they don't know the full picture. They think.
So are we talking about people, first babies? Yes. Okay. So if I was really anxious because the first baby I had was birth, and I know exactly what's going to happen, can I come to you?
Yes, but it's a different product.
Okay.
A different service, yeah.
So tell me what you say when I ask you what you do.
We do private antenatal classes and we deliver it in really lovely venues and without fluff or filter, and we'll tell you every different kind of path that birth can take.
Okay.
So you're empowered to make the right decision at the right time for you.
Okay.
Which ultimately leads to you hopefully feeling positive about your birth and delivery, your labour and birth, regardless of the kind of delivery that you have.
So what you actually do is you help women make a perfect choice and have the birth that they would like to make it easier and lessen their anxiety.
Not really have that choice, but they know about their choices, because sometimes it's not, you don't choose to go and have a cesarean section, but sometimes that's how your labour develops.
It's about chunking that down, because if you're talking, and you have to think about the people you're talking to. Now, I've had 2 children, and whilst I sort of intellectually get that, on an emotional level, I want to know where I am if I'm pregnant that would make me go, oh God, I need that lady, I need that. So I'm going to leave you there. I'm not going to pick on you anymore. Thank you. I know. I could tell. I was getting very confused. Up the back there, the lady with the lovely scarf with the grey bits on. See, my eyesight's rubbish. I can't see what the grey bits are. What do you do, my darling?
Well, now that I've heard you speak, I'm going to say I help people communicate with people with special needs, and I help ease anxiety for those children or adults.
Interesting. So what is the problem?
The problem is that people are struggling to communicate, mainly with people with autism.
How are they feeling before they come to you?
They're feeling very stressed and very frustrated, and life for the whole family is very, very hard.
Those are the words that people react to because they identify with it. They identify with that pain. And they listen to that and go, oh my God, someone understands. I need to go and talk to her. And actually, that's all you need to say to someone for them to recognize the problem they have in an elevator pitch. Because when you start going on about other things, you start clouding that emotional reaction. And one of the things that people struggle with therapy type stuff is they want to chuck every therapy they have into the conversation. And they forget that we have no idea what these tools are. But that's what they are, tools. They're what you use to achieve the solution to the problem. So if I came down to this lovely lady, what solution do you offer to a problem?
Okay, we help build women's confidence to start their own business through teaching them about different aspects of wellness and helping them with graphic design and
Okay, so I'm going to come to you as a woman starting a business who has no graphics, because I've not met Alice yet. But I'm feeling really like this, so I'm hoping that I can lay on a couch, talk to you about how unwellness I'm feeling while you're doodling my... You've really complicated my brain now. Completely. How do people feel before they come to you? That's the question. What are they feeling before they come to you? Because people move along a line, don't they? They move along a line of, I know I need help, I'll think about it tomorrow. Yeah, I'm really overstressed, but I'm too busy to get any help. Oh my God, it's getting... Until the point where they go, oh my God, I forgot to pick the kids up from school. God, that's ridiculous, I've got no dinner, I can't do this anymore. The pain has become a point when you're looking for the answer. So what would you say to me? Well, I'm like this, help! And I'm sat in a networking room going, I don't know what I'm doing here. I should be out, doing this or that. What can you tell to me that would make me go, oh, I need to talk to you?
okay, so we want to help women get the confidence to start their own business.
So you work with women who want to run a business but haven't quite got the courage yet to take the first step. That's easier, isn't it? That makes sense. One of the issues we do tend to do is complicate the whole issue, so we think it sounds marvellous. Put lots of things in there and it'll be totally unique. The thing about your business is you need to simplify down how you're telling people. Because the only thing we're interested in is, can you solve my problem? I often say, and people have heard me say this before with the fibromyalgia, if someone sat in a room and said, I guarantee I can solve the pain of fibromyalgia, and all you have to do is give me £5,000 dance naked round a tree and leap over a flame, you will be cured, I do it. Because I hear it, and I hear the word guarantee. So when you're talking about therapies that we don't understand, When you're talking about legal stuff that we don't understand, and people say, oh, I'm only an accountant. What do you mean you're only an accountant? Accountants are so important. You're like finance fairies. You know, you're our safety net while we go out running around. We don't want to hear, I'm an accountant, that's all I am, and you know, I do the book. We're going, oh, I don't want to work with her. If someone can go, I can help you do your book so that you can go buy those shoes, woohoo, that's the accountant I need. Somebody else might go, well, that sounds a bit frivolous. And that's fine, because they'll go and work with the accountant who goes, I'm just an accountant. Horses for courses. You can't speak to everybody. It's impossible. You can only speak to the people that are going to relate to what you say and the way you say it. Not everybody will work with me if they want to be a public speaker or they want to be an effective speaker, because they go, she's mad. Absolutely insane. And they'll go off to some nice guy in a very nice suit who talks about speaking nicely, losing the ums and the ahs. And I'm going, no, keep the ums and the ahs in, that's fine. It's about you and your authentic voice. The other thing about networking is, you're not only talking to the people around the table. So I'm not just talking to you. You're lovely, and I love talking to you all. But actually, you're going to go and rave about me, aren't you? But you will go and talk to somebody else and say, you know what you've got to think about in your elevator pitch. And if I haven't made it simple enough for you to get, you can't spread the word. You just can't do it. If I talked about the science of speech and the forensic of sentences and everything else, you think, bloody hell, what's she been on this week? It's too complicated for you. Because when we speak, you need people to get it, just like that. Keep it short and snappy. Because then it comes to the why you. I have worked in a workshop with 8 Avon ladies. And I said, what do you do? I'm an Avon lady. I'm an Avon consultant. I sell Avon. 2 hours later, I help women become financially free. I help people have great makeup so that they have some confidence. Suddenly, all these people doing exactly the same job have their own unique business because of why they went into that business in the first place. Their story. And it's their story that people buy into. And if you had 20 people in a room going, yeah, I think I'd like to be an Avon lady, they will pick the person that they connect with, that has the right message for them. Because you want to work with the people you want to work with. You don't want to work with the people who are going to drive you insane, or you might as well go back to work and have a crappy boss. And if you stick to your message and are brave enough to think, you know what, not everybody's going to get that, that's fine. 1 or 2, maybe 3 or 4 will get it. They will want to work with me. That's what is important. Because the people that don't get you, why would you want to work with them? Why would you make your life more difficult? So, I hope you all have an idea in your head now about the problem that you solve, Ildiko. See, I know Ildiko, so I can remember her name. So, Ildiko, what problem do you solve?
So I work with business owners and entrepreneurs to boost their confidence, take away frustration, and make them happier with their business and their lives.
Okay. Bit general. I have days like that. Some people have months like that. Some people might just be having a moment. And that's when you have to think about, do I want to work with those people who are just having a moment and want you to cure that moment? Or do I want to work with people that have really got themselves into a position where they need to make some real change? So you also have to look at, when you solve a problem, is it too general? People that talk about organisation. I help women organise their lives. I put my hands up and go, God, can you come and clean my room up? It's absolutely filthy. She goes, well, I don't do that. I didn't know that. So you have to be quite specific on the problem, because your solution to that problem is yours alone. It doesn't belong to anybody else.
So I think things like pull the right back with this interview. Which is something that I would say formally.
I have this effect on people. If I turn up at networking, everybody goes, oh God, Bev's here.
It's the laziest and easiest way, the fastest way to get to the solution of boosting your confidence.
There you go. Got it. Fast is quick. Perfect. Perfect. For those people, they hear those words. That's an emotional reaction. So the thing you're trying to do is, with your elevator pitch, you're telling people the problem. And for some people, they don't even know they've got the problem until you mention it. Then you have to tell them how you solve that problem, because that's what they're buying into. How do you solve that problem? And then you have to think about, why should it be me? Why me? Because you have to then say to people, the reason I can solve that problem is because I've had that journey. I know how to get from A to here. I know how it is to feel really frustrated and unconfident and can't walk in a room, to I can walk in a room and talk about everything. I've done that journey. Believe it or not, I used to be very quiet before I learned to talk. I was quite quiet when I was younger. You know, I wasn't born like this. No, I definitely wasn't born like this. I had to learn, like we all learn. I've had to have experiences that brought it along with me. I had to put together all that experience in my life. And sometimes what you all forget when you do the why me is that you're taking all that history all the way along. So you might have been in corporate and decided you hated it, or you've been in corporate and you've had children and life changes. That doesn't mean there's a big gate there and that life there is completely finished. It means you're taking all of that into the next stage. And that's what makes your message and your elevator pitch unique to you. It's like having your very own strapline. So if I network, all I have to say is I'm Bev Hepting, the message maestro, specializing in helping you get your business message bang on and delivering it with confidence and clarity. I don't need to say anything else. 10 seconds done. And that's what people want to hear. If I'm doing something like this, it gets expanded. But I'm not going to waste people's time spending 20 minutes telling you about how wonderful I am and showing you my PayPal thing. It's about giving you that information so you can do it. That's what I do. So now I think we will go round the room. Do we have time?
Yes, so you've still got 15 minutes.
Right, that should just about do it. So I'm not saying 60 seconds. I want you in one sentence to tell me what you do, what you really do. The only thing I'm going to ask you is try to avoid the word help. I'll tell you why. I ain't paying anybody to help me. I want them to do it. I may end up having to do it myself, but at that point, when I'm that desperate, the word help is too much like, oh God, it's a passive word. I will show you. I will get you to. Word help's a funny old word. What I will do is make sure that Erin has a workbook for you to work through to get this right. There are actually 7 elements that you need to put in an elevator pitch. Very simple, very easy. And they will be on the worksheet that you get. But the most important thing is tell people what problem you solve in a very simple, easy way. So that's me, having explained it all to you in a way you totally understood. Wow, you all got it. As I say, I'm Bev Hepting. I'm one of those people who doesn't put banners up. I tend not to put things out. There is a voucher in every one of your bags that entitles you to a free hour with me on Zoom to perfect your elevator pitch. All right? So again, I'll put the link to Erin, and she can make sure you all get that. I hope you've enjoyed speaking to me. I hope you've enjoyed me speaking to you, and that you will take something away with you. Thank you.